Hi Blender users, this is a demo of the GP Shaper add-on. It's really a simple one. In the upper right corner, once activated, you will see everything you need to know about it. Basically, when you're draw modes and you have some geometric shape hand drawn, like an ellipse, a rectangle, or a polyline or simple lines, just by hovering over them and pressing C will get you, hopefully, the perfect shapes. In the redo panel that you can show up here, or pressing the F9 key, you will see some option. I can go back to the old shape with the percentage and change the size, the axis, and even the angle of this shape. With the create new strokes, you actually have a fully new stroke where you decide how much point count you want. Same thing with the rectangle. If you call the redo panel, you'll have approximately the same settings. A nice tip here is that if you want to get a square or a circle, instead of just entering the value manually here to equalize, you can just press C twice quickly on the same stroke and it will equalize the axis. Here you have the polyline. When you press create a new stroke, it will just leave the points on the angle, which is the same for the square. Here you have some value you can tweak to define the threshold for the detecting angle and how much you want the shape to be simplified. And lastly, for the lines, it's really simple. You have the influence again if you want to create another stroke. And here from the start, you can define the angle. Sometimes it can make false positive or the shapes can be badly detected. Here I try to make something in between a rectangle and a circle. Yes, for example, here, if I want a rectangle, I can press Alt-C, and here I just have to say that I want a rectangle. And the same way here, I can turn it back into an ellipse. As mentioned in the menu here, you also have the V and Alt-V key. Those are the same, except it snaps on the 15 degrees closest angle. So it's a good thing to straighten everything. Here you can see that we have a problem. It said strokes to polyline. It was badly detected, so I can press Alt-V and say that it's a line I want, and you can see that it was snapped. The polyline doesn't have an angle snap. Sometimes no shape can be recognized, or it can't resolve anything. For example, here it says cannot fit stroke to ellipse. So when this happens, you should either sculpt the thing a little bit and retry. Still no good, but it also, as you can see, make arcs. Except if you use create new stroke, in this case, it will close the ellipse. Another interesting thing is that sometimes you just know that you want a specific shape, and here you can specify that when pressing the C key, it will only do this shape. Here, pressing V to snap onto horizontal lines. Going back to auto detect here to show a little tips for debubbles. You can just go then into edit to select 1 point or more, so you can have your bubbles. The GP Shaper add-on works really well with my other add-on GP Draw Transform. Without leaving draw mode, you can adjust your stroke and then reshape, then back and forth between the two until you get the intended result. That's all about the tool. I wish you all happy blending until the next one.